Hi and Assalamualaikum. I am Muhammad Sazwi with a member group Muhammad Nur Aizat, Jet Clever, Nur Faladila and Nur Soleha. We want to present about the assignment of IBS system. Alright, for the introduction of IBS system, the construction industry encompasses not only the construction phase but also the pre-construction and post-construction stage. An IBS system is a building process or system in which components are manufactured under control, certain steps at the factory or on a construction site, transport and assemble with a little on-site labor. The use of this method promises a number of benefits, include the reduced labor consumption on construction site, reduced building material waste, environment preservation, clean construction site, and short of duration construction. Alright, in Malaysia, the Malaysia government beginning to see the benefit of this strategy in terms of cost saving and enhanced building quality. Since 1960, IBS has been employed in public projects with the government first in area utilizing precast concrete being the circular road flat building project. The IBS is a construction approach that may be used to promote sustainable development in place of traditional methods. Alright, for the case study that we choose for the assignment is Medical Center Hospital Serdang, Selangor. That is the Ministry of Health. The construction site have 129,000 meters square. The building have a 9th floor with 620 beds. The construction use a hybrid IBS structure of steel frame, precast concrete slab, and a lightweight concrete block for wall. The duration of construction of structure only take 4 months for the complete. Alright, for the construction cost is 619 million ringgit Malaysia. After the construction complete, they start operation on December 2005. And this hospital is located near Putrajaya, the Malaysia Federal Government Admin Center. It's built with the purpose of serving the population of Serdang, Putrajaya, Kajang, and Bangi, Selangor. For the project of this hospital is owned by Jabatan Kerja Raya. The architect is RMA Design Team Serdang Mahat. For the main contractor, have two: first, Landasan Capital Serdang Mahat, and second, Solar Elite Serdang Mahat. For the contractor, have two: Sun Hang Glass Serdang Mahat, and the second, CCH Market Serdang Mahat.
Okay, concept and framework. Precast concrete hub slab. Many precast or semi-precast concrete slab system based on pre-tensioned concrete element are available on the Polish market. The first group are beam and block system consisted of beam spaced at a maximum of 600 mm and filling brick made of light concrete, ceramic or even wood waste. The second group are system consisting of large size element, hollow core slab or TT plate. Each of these system has its advantage and disadvantage. The first group do not require tight formwork or heavy equipment, but they are time consuming in assembly are not regret enough for long span, are of pretty big height and transfer noise with the low mass. The large size slab, all through being fast in assembly, do not require large amount of wet concrete, but they are quite expensive in transport and assembly. Steel beam and column. steel frame is a building technique with a skeleton frame of vertical steel column and horizontal I-beam constructed in a regular grid to support the floor, roof, and wall of a building, which are all attached to the frame. The development of this technique made the construction of the skyper possible. The rolled steel profile or cross-section of steel column take the shape of the letter I. The two with flanges of a column are thicker and wider than the flanges of a beam to better withstand compressive stress in the structure. Square and round tubular section of steel can also be used, often filled with concrete. Steel beams are connected to the column with ball and threaded fastener and historical connected by rivet. The central web of the steel I-beam is often wider than a column web to reach the higher bending moment that occur in beam.
Hello, greeting everyone. So I am Jade. Now I want to talk about the features and the fabrication of Hospital Serdang building. So we can see in the slide that is the precast type of precast, which is the pit footing, the hollow core slab, the concrete column, the staircase, wall panel, the concrete beam, and also the steel roof truss. So now we're going to the component of the building. Component of pit footing is a shallow foundation that carries and distributes a point load to the ground safety. Where the ground floor slab with the system is made of the bars, fabric, and some highly stressed sheet. For the core slab, it is a precast sheet and pre-stressed concrete that is widely used in multi-story apartment or hospital buildings. Component of the staircase reinforcement consists of the reinforcement concrete that is precast and placed on site. Pre-installation stairs are the highly option for the speeding up the assembly site that in situ concrete removal. And other than that, the component of heap fabric steel roof truss reinforcement are the foremost popular system for a long-term roof support. It's offer the high strength and lightweight roof system that minimize on-site installation time. And the component of concrete wall panel can vary form and expose aggregate finish that highly ornamental to the form of face finish that same as cast in place, yet it can save the time of installation inside. For the beam and column, it's provide a flexible solution for structure component for the project. They can be designed and made to specification and can be interpret additional feature and fittings. So this is the procedure of installation IBS component on building. So which is the excavation, cast in situ foundation, ground floor beams, installation for the slab and column, first floor beam, solid wall panel installation, hollow core slab, precast concrete staircase, first floor installation, second floor installation, the purlins installation, and the last one is for the roof installation. For the fabrication process and suitability of various component on building, which is the beam and column, where the mold of column and beam are assembled and dimension of the mold are within the specific tolerance. For the last process, suitable curing times, where verify the concrete strength before demolishing and then pins and bolts from the mold. It is very suitability because the beam or column are strange to the tension compared to the steel beam. Other than that, for the hollow core slab, where the concrete transported from batching and mixing plant, where the concrete is then poured, forming and the slab around the reinforcement. After doing the quality control, the concrete are ready to delivery and installation on site. It is very suitability where the hollow core in the slab also allow the insertion and reinforcing rods that connect to the concrete wall, strengthening the structural integrity of the two components. For the staircase, can mold assembly made of the wood molding, and the mold is then cleared and ready for the next manufacturing stage. It is suitability the strength with the concrete make it another material as it is reinforcement with rebar, precast concrete structure, integrity and reinforcement is preferred over in situ as a safe construction time and also save space on site. So now is for the roof truss, where inserting metal strip with automatic color into rust container, bending metal strips by rolling container into C-channel steel profile, cutting, punching, and measuring C-channel steel profile to precast dimension assembly of individual parts to make roof truss, connecting all parts using manual latches and screw guns. It's suitable because the shallow foundation is used. The use of lightweight C-channel steel profile can reduce the structural load compared to the rectangular hollow steel RHS profile.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Serdang. Okay, so for my part is the schedule of a modular component. So that have three component. First is a steel beam and a steel beam column, and then a precast half slab. So the steel beam there's a cushion in a wide a variety of structure in Serdang Hospital. And then the supporting structure is spanning an area can be a class a steel beam, and here class the coefficient type of beam offer unique properties that serve a certain purpose, so more often than not used in different roles. So that is a component using in a beam at the hospital Serdang. That first is beam, and then second that is a column. So that has three isometric view, and then side view and plan view. Still with the column also have isometric view, and then for the side view and a plan view. And then that is a type of a column that have five circular column, basic column, and L-shaped columns. And then reinforcement column, and then for the spiral reinforcement concrete column that has a few type of the using a steel beam and column. Okay, next is a precast half slab. That is a few using in for the half slab, precast half slab hospital Serdang.
Next, I'm going to present about the IBS score calculation for Hospital Serdang. The construction area involves 9 stories of floor, including the roof area. As we can see here, the area for one floor is 276.5 meters square, and for roof is 341.8 meters square. The total construction area is 2,830.3 meters square. Next, structural systems. For beams, it is used precast concrete beams as well as column, also use precast concrete column. For floor slab, it is used precast hollow core floor slab. And lastly, roof truss, also use prefabricated steel roof truss. For systems, both internal and external use blockwork systems, panel wall, and other simplified construction solutions like columns, beams, wall, door, and so forth are based on MS 1064. Now I'm I'm going to explain about the IBS core part 1, which is structural element. Area for precast construction system like beam, column and hollow core slab is 276.5 meters square, like I said just now, times with 9 story. Then we get 2488.5 meters square, followed by prefabricated steel roof truss, which is 341.8 meters square. Then the total is 2830.3 meters square. The total for part 1 is 50 points. Next, move to part 2, which is wall element. Hospital Serdang use blockwork systems for each wall. After calculated, the IBS score is 10 points. Lastly, under simplified construction solution, the IBS score is 24 points. After total up the points, Hospital Serdang got 84 points for the IBS score.
For the conclusion, the IBS show which building technology that emphasizes great quality output while requiring few workers. The implementation of IBS promises to transform the construction sector at all levels into something success and professional. The IBS can increase the market share in construction industry as well as contributing to the Malaysian economy. The IBS should be true of a modern form of building that employ current systematic design process, production planning and manufacturing method, and mechanical erection.